Welcome to AH-64D Apache Longbow Overview. This mission is intended to give you a brief overview of the aircraft before moving on to more complex subjects. If at any time you need to review what has been said, check the instructor's notes section. The AH-64D Apache Longbow is the most advanced attack helicopter in service today. It has seen action in Panama, the Middle East, and Afghanistan. Currently, 11 countries use the Apache. It has been tested with a variety of weapon systems and munitions across a number of operating environments. The helicopter was designed as the ultimate rotary wing tank-killing platform. The Apache has two visual sensors on the nose, the PNVS or Pilot's Night Vision System, and TADS or Target Acquisition and Designation System. When so equipped, the Longbow Fire Control Radar is mounted on the rotor mast. It is powered by two General Electric T700 series turboshafts. The main rotor has four blades designed to be ballistically tolerant up to 23mm cannon strikes. The tail rotor has four blades in an X shape and is also tolerant up to 23mm cannon fire. The ALQ-144 IR jammer enables the aircraft to spoof IR-guided missiles, but later blocks add two flare launchers to the tail. The ALQ-136 RF jammer enables the aircraft to jam enemy radars and radar-guided missiles. The APR-39 radar warning receiver passively receives radar emissions and classifies them for the aircraft. The M230 chain gun is the primary gun armament. There are four hardpoints on the wings, capable of mounting up to 16 Hellfires or 76 Hydra rockets. The wingtips may be used to mount Stingers. When you're ready to begin the cockpit overview, get into the pilot seat. The first thing we will talk about is the IADS. IADS displays all critical flight information just like a HUD in other aircraft. The major advantages of IADS is it is always present in your field of view. The elements of the IADS are as follows. The top of the IADS is the heading tape with the FCR antenna oval, waypoint direction caret, and heading line below it. To the upper left is the torque indicator in percent. This is the current amount of collective or thrust you are using. To the middle left is your air speed in knots. At the lower left is your current waypoint, distance to that waypoint in kilometers, ground speed, and time to waypoint. To the center is your aircraft heading and IADS center crosshairs. This represents the aircraft center line. The dashed line is your horizon. To the middle right is your radar altitude, vertical speed caret, and radar altitude bar measuring up to 200 feet. To the left is a dashed diamond. This represents PNVS azimuth and elevation relative to the center line. To the bottom of the display is your high action display, HAD. HAD displays safety or performance inhibits for weapons and other systems at the upper center. The center of the HADS is the field of regard, FOR box. This indicates current FCR antenna heading and TADS azimuth and elevation relative to their maximum degrees of movement. Your current sensor and acquisition source are to the left side of the FOR box, along with range to the current target in kilometers. R indicates FCR ranging, A indicates TADS ranging, and a star symbol indicates laser ranging. Current sensor is indicated below as FCR-G for ground radar, FCR-A for air radar, and TADS HMD for visual acquisition with TADS or head tracking. The right side of the HAD indicates current weapon selection and any special modes or indications relative to that weapon. Gun is M230, MSL is Hellfire, RKT is Hydra rockets, and ATA is Stinger missiles. Weapon symbology on the IADS is relative to where the weapon is pointing. No matter where you look, the symbology points to where the weapon is aiming. The gun is a simple crosshair. If it is in fixed mode, a circle is present in the crosshair when no inhibits are encountered. Hellfires are a simple box. If there are no inhibits, the box is solid. Otherwise, the box is dashed. A large box indicates lowball mode, while a small box indicates an LOAL mode. Rockets are represented by an I-beam. When solid, there are no inhibits. Otherwise, it is dashed. Stingers use a simple double circle arrangement. As with the other weapon symbologies, solid is a good lock, while dash indicates an inhibit. After IADS, there are various cockpit systems. Most prominent are the two multi-purpose displays, MPD, in the center. To the right side of the cockpit are your standby instruments. There is the artificial horizon, barometric altitude, and speed in knots. To the top of the dash is the standby compass. The upper left portion of the dash is the fire panel. This panel indicates a fire in either the engines or the APU and gives you the option to use fire extinguishers. To the right of the fire panel is the up front display, UFD. This is a quick glance of warnings, cautions, and advisories from left to right, fuel at the lower left, and local time at the lower right. Let's move on to the MPD pages. Each page controls a function on the aircraft. Not all pages are available on both displays. The pages are as follows. Fuel, which indicates fuel status, endurance, quantity, usage, and current equipped fuel tanks. Weapon, WPN, which indicates weaponry, their quantity, and any special settings. Warnings, cautions, and advisories, WCA, which displays information on the state of the aircraft. Flight, which is a duplicate of flight information from the IADS. Engine, ENG, which displays engine performance, health, and rotor revolutions. Tactical Situation Display, TSD, which shows target database information and navigation information. Fire Control Radar, FCR, which displays information that the FCR knows about to indicate total number of targets that the FCR has detected. Aircraft Survivability Equipment, ASE, which displays threat information, jammer control, and countermeasure control and settings. The specifics of each page are detailed in the manual. Let's move on to controls. To cycle your left MPD page, use Custer Usem 2. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle your right MPD page, use Custom User 1. Your key currently bound to that is. To select your sensor system, use the Optics Mode key. Your key currently bound to that is. To turn on your FCR, use the Salute key. Your key currently bound to that is. To use the Crosshair Action function, use Custom User 20. Your key currently bound to that is. Now, to cycle your right MPD to the TSD, Custom User 7 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle TSD Target Filter, use the Custom User 6 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle TSD Mode, use the Custom User 8 key. Your key currently bound to that is. The actions available on the action menu change depending on the TSD mode you are in. Note that in nav mode, you see a set of waypoints on the display. Now, switch your left MPD to the WPN page. To change the gun burst, rocket salvo, and Hellfire launch trajectory, use the binocular key. Your key currently bound to that is. To change the acquisition source for the gun and pylon elevation, use the Custom User 3 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To change the auto page right setting, MPD to the Custom User 14 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle between manual and automatic jammer operation, use the Custom User 13 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle the RF jammer on, use the Custom User 12 key. Your key currently bound to that is. To cycle the IR jammer on, use the Custom User 11 key. Your key currently bound to that is. As a final method of interaction, you may use the Crosshair Action function. This means you place your crosshairs on an item in the cockpit and press the Crosshair Action key. This allows direct access to certain functions outside of the action menu, or faster than the action menu as you simply look at the control to use it. Note that this requires free look. As an example, put the crosshairs on the right MPD M button and use the crosshair action with it.
Ceasefire. Fire. Ceasefire.
Here you can instantly go to another page. Go to the ASE page. This is how the crosshair action works for most cockpit equipment. You can check the manual to find the locations of all crosshair action controls. This concludes the aircraft overview mission. You are free to fly around and familiarize yourself with the aircraft and systems. When finished, use Radio Juliet to end the mission.
Fire. Fire. Fire! Fire! Laser designator.